My dear child, there is something I need you to understand clearly today. Something that may feel uncomfortable at first, but something that has the power to completely change the direction of your life if you truly listen and allow it to settle within you. You have been apologizing again and again for the same mistakes, the same habits, the same patterns that you already know are pulling you away from the life you truly want to live. You say sorry, you feel regret, you promise yourself that you will do better next time, and for a moment you believe it. But then time passes, and slowly, without even realizing it fully, you find yourself returning to the same place, repeating the same behavior and feeling the same disappointment all over again. And each time it happens, something inside you becomes a little more tired, a little more frustrated, and a little more unsure about whether real change is even possible for you. You begin to question your own strength, your own discipline, and even your own worth. But I want you to stop right there and hear this truth clearly. You are not broken, you are not weak, and you are not beyond change. What you are experiencing is not failure, it is a pattern, and patterns can be understood, interrupted, and changed. Through Jesus Christ, I showed that true transformation does not come from words alone. It comes from a shift within your heart, your thinking, and your daily choices. Saying sorry without changing direction may ease your guilt for a moment, but it will not free you from the cycle you are stuck in. Apologizing again and again without addressing the deeper cause is like trying to fix something on the surface while ignoring what is happening underneath. And I do not want you to remain trapped in that loop. I do not want you to carry guilt without growth. I want you to experience real change, real freedom, and a sense of control over your own life. The truth is, the problem is not that you are apologizing. The problem is that you are focusing on the apology instead of the root of the behavior. Every action you repeat has a cause. Every habit you struggle to break is connected to something deeper, whether it is your environment, your emotions, your thoughts, or even the way you see yourself. If you do not change what is feeding the behavior will continue, no matter how many times you say sorry. You cannot expect a different result while holding on to the same triggers, the same routines, and the same patterns that lead you there. There are moments when you know exactly what you should not do, yet you still feel pulled toward it, almost as if something is guiding you in that direction. That pull is not random. It has been built over time through repetition, familiarity, and comfort, even if it is not good for you. The more you repeat something, the stronger that pull becomes, and the harder it feels to resist. But I want you to understand this. You are not controlled by that pull. You have more power than you realize. You simply have not been using it in the right way. Instead of focusing on apologizing after the mistake, I want you to shift your focus to what happens before it. Look at the moments leading up to the behavior. Where are you? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Who are you around? These moments are where your real power lies, because if you can interrupt the pattern before it reaches the same outcome, you begin to weaken the cycle. And the more you do this, the easier it becomes over time. You have been trying to fight the result instead of understanding the process. You feel guilty after it happens, but you ignore the signals before it happens. And those signals are not there to confuse you. They are there to guide you. They are your opportunity to make a different choice. That is where change truly begins. Not after the mistake, But before it, I also want you to understand that guilt alone will never change you. Feeling bad about what you did may show that you care, but it will not create lasting transformation. What creates change is awareness, decision, and consistent action. It is learning to pause when the urge appears, to take a step back, and to choose a different response. It is not easy, and it will not happen perfectly every time, but it is possible. There will be moments when you fall again. There will be moments when you slip back into old habits, but that does not mean you have failed. That does not mean you are back at the beginning. Growth is not a straight line. It is a process, and every time you become aware, every time you try again, you are making progress, even if it does not feel like it immediately. I do not expect perfection from you. I never asked for perfection. What I ask for is honesty, effort, and a willingness to change. Stop measuring yourself by how many times you fall, and start looking at how many times you become aware and choose differently, even in small ways. Those small changes matter more than you think. You are capable of more than you have been showing yourself. There is strength within you that you have not fully used yet. There is discipline within you that you have not fully activated. And there is clarity within you that you have been ignoring. When you begin to use these, everything begins to shift, slowly but surely. So instead of saying sorry again for the same thing, I want you to do something different this time. I want you to take responsibility not just for what you did, but for what leads you there. Change your environment if you need to. Change your routine. Distance yourself from what triggers you. Replace the habit with something better. These are the actions that create real change. You are not stuck in this pattern. You are not trapped forever. You are learning, growing, and becoming more aware with every experience. And every time you choose differently, even in the smallest way, you are moving closer to the freedom you have been searching for. Do not give up on yourself. Do not let frustration convince you that nothing will change. Change is already possible, and it begins the moment you decide to approach things differently. The power is not in the apology. It is in the adjustment. Fix what leads to the fall, and over time, the fall will begin to lose its hold on you. And when that happens, you will realize that you were never as powerless as you once believed. Amen.